Hello and welcome to Culture City TV, the YouTube channel showcasing the best culture from Liverpool and beyond. Today we're back in Park Street Studios with Matt Priest, the drummer from Dodgy. You know what I mean?
I am, yeah. It's culture with, very kind of, I wouldn't say culture, but yeah.
So your first album was recorded in Park Street.
Yeah.
Do you come back here often?
Do you come here often, love? I haven't been to this studio since we recorded. I mean, this room here, the wooden room, is where I think we recorded. The bass guitar was in this room here, and out there it's a bar now. But that's where we actually recorded the album 20 years ago. But I love to come back to Liverpool. It's got a very special place in my heart. It's for all of us. It was our first place we came to record our first ever album. So it's like, it's like I was saying to some girls from Liverpool student radio, Liverpool University Radio. It's a bit like, when you're at your first love, and you go on Facebook just to check out, what she's up to. What's he with him for? He's fat and he's a dick. And with Liverpool, it's my first love. You know what I mean? I'm always. Always got a soft spot for this place, and I always love to come back here.
And the album was produced with Ian Brody.
Yeah.
How did it feel working with him?
It was great. I mean, Ian's a real character. He's so passionate about music, and he's one of these rare people that knows what he wants. It's. I think that's one of the great things in life. It's one of the things in life you've got to be able to do is know what you want to do. And I think most people don't have a clue what they want to do. You have a vague idea, but Ian Brody always knew exactly what he wanted. He knew the sound he wanted. He knew what he wanted to go for, and that was it. And you couldn't really shake him off that. And I love that. And he's very confident in what he had. Very confident in and he's a great person to be around. He gives off good vibes. He gives off. You can't really put a finger on it, but he just gives off good energy. And we've remained friends ever since. I mean, I played with the Lightning Seeds for about 3 years, which was great fun.
What was it like working with him when you were with the Lightning Seeds?
Yeah, good. I mean, he's quite perfectionist as well. He knows what he wants. But I mean, it was great fun in the Lightning Seeds. The band were immense fun. I mean, one of the CEOs of your website, one of the evil bosses from your website is I believe his uncle is Martin Campbell, one of the fat cats from your website. You don't ever see him, Joe Campbell. You don't ever see him. He's always in the offices with his suit on, brokering deals. Yeah. He's always like, buy that, sell that. You don't ever see Joe. But his uncle is Martin Campbell, who played bass for the Lightning Seeds, and me and him had some immense times together in the Lightning Seeds, and he's one of the loveliest men you'll ever meet. So yeah, I had the best time of my life. Well, I won't say the best time of my life because I'm always having a good time, but yeah, I had some very, very good times at the Lightning Seeds.
And then you played at the Hillsborough Justice gig. I mean, what was that like?
It was. I still get sort of hairs coming up on the back of my neck when I think about it. I mean, it's, you're mixing something that's tragic with music, which is joyous, and it was just a really crazy emotional day. For me especially, well, not me especially, but I don't mean that me especially more than anyone else. I mean that for me it was very emotional, besides the fact that it was an emotional day, but it was my first ever gig playing with the Lightning Seeds. So I was shitting myself, and so playing in front of 55,000 Scousers in Anfield, on such an emotional day, it was crazy, and then when they did You Never Walk Alone at the end, I just stood at the back, all the bands came on stage, because it wasn't right for me to be anywhere near the front, because I'm not a Scouser. Even though, I've been there and I helped out the day and I completely believe in the cause, it's, in a way, it just didn't feel right to have my face anywhere near the front of the stage, because what's he doing there? What's he going to do with it? So I just kept myself back, So in a way, I felt involved and very emotional, but also, there was, it meant so much to Liverpool and to the people of Liverpool, and it's so good to see that justice has been done. Well, it's a bit too late, isn't it? But some justice has been done and some reparations have been made.
And can you tell us a bit about your latest single?
Latest single? Well, we haven't really got a latest single. We've got the latest album, which is Stand Up, Stand Upright in a Cool Place. That was released last year. We got back together about 4 years ago, and we realised that the chemistry was still there. We sort of dancing around each other for a bit and going, are we going to do some new stuff or are we not? Can we create stuff as good as we used to? And then we started writing songs together and realising that, God, this is amazing. We've still got it. We've still got a chemistry. We've still got the juice. We've still got mojo. And so we wrote a load of songs, and we realised that we're going to have to try to. The knives that have been out, you know what I mean? The sharpening their knives to have a go at us, because a band being apart for 10 years, it's not a done thing, is it? You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to have a second bite of the cherry, which is fair enough, because a lot of bands come back and they're crap. So we had to make doubly sure that it was the best stuff we'd ever done. And we took our time over it. We thought, sod it. What's the most important thing? I was saying that I didn't want. It'd be awful if we just got back together. Threw a few songs together, went to the studio, put it out. I've got a boy. He's 12 years old. Be looking up at me going, Dad, I'm embarrassed. Frankly, I'm embarrassed, Dad. And I couldn't have that. I've got to make the kid proud still. I've got to do something that I can stand by the album. That if I die tomorrow, people can go, well, the last thing you did was Stand Up Like a Cool Place, and my God, what a fantastic album. It's probably their best album. And we did it, it was hard work, but we did it. We got the best reviews of our career. Our fans think it's brilliant. And if you haven't heard it, then go and buy it. It's amazing, amazing. And we got some new tracks this year. We've been carrying on writing. We've got a great new song called California Gold. And we got a new song called The Hills as well, all about the hills of England. And we're just looking for a chance to record those this year. So hopefully we're going to be getting an EP out before the summer of brand new tracks as well. So yeah, the story continues. Turn the page, new chapter. Here we go.
Is that stuff inspired by Alan Bleasdale, or is that something in it?
It's a track on Stand Up Right in a Cool Place called We Try. Nigel had some lyrics. He had a couple of lines and a couple of words and stuff, and then we worked on the track together. And one of our favourite, I think, one of the greatest ever pieces of drama to ever be put out on British television is George's Last Ride from Boys from the Black Stuff, which I just think is, I watch it now and it just gets me every time. It's so emotional, and just where Chrissy is pushing George in his wheelchair around the docks, the Albert Docks, and taking him back to his street, and what a character George was, and he was bemoaning about the fact that people have changed and life has changed, and people are being more selfish, people are looking after each other more, and God, it's so relevant now. God, it's incredible. I think people should be forced to watch Boys from the Black Stuff and George's Last Ride. It's just a incredible piece of television, and just that programme, especially George's Last Ride, inspired this song, just because now again it's you've got people getting bonuses of 2 and 3 million, which they don't need that money, and you've got people who literally can't afford, they don't know how they can afford to feed the family, and they don't know how they can afford to heat the house, and they don't know what they're going to do next week for money, and they can't get a job, and yet there's people who quite happily will spend 10 grand on a meal, and you just think this is wrong. And George, I think, explained that perfectly. Alan Bleasdale explained that perfectly in that thing, and this song We Try tries to get to the nub of that, tries to sort of understand that it's so hard for people out there, you know, and it shouldn't be. You know, there's enough money and enough food to go around for everyone to be living the life we're living. If all that money was shared just a little bit more, you know, just shared a little bit better, share, you know, I've got some sweets, does everyone want one? No, I'm going to have it all to myself. No, I'll tell you what, everyone have a sweet, you know, just sharing. You know, I can't eat all these, have one, you know, and just sharing a bit more, everyone would have food and everyone would have money and everyone would have a good life. And that's, I think, is the huge injustice in life that, you know, people like Ken Loach and Bleasdale, you know, so many great artists and songwriters, you know, it's their driving force, just that injustice. You know.
And have you got any gigs coming up?
Yeah, we got one at the Lomax.
When's that?
May the 23rd. You know, we're doing our back-to-back tour, so we're playing the whole of the first album in full, back-to-back with the whole of Stand Up Right in a Cool Place. And then we're going to be doing some encores as well, so it's going to be an amazing gig. We've got to remember how to play those songs. We've played them for 20 years. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, we come back to the Lomax. So come and see us down at the Lomax. And if you can't come and see us down at the Lomax, I want a letter written to me explaining why not.
Yeah. Well, thanks for doing
If you
this.
want to have questions.
Yeah, that was the very last question.
The world, come out of the cupboards, you boys and girls.